in the cabinet, the medicine cabinet. Let's see. So weird to go on tonight with everything going on. To go on tonight with everything going on. To go on tonight.
Can you mute that? Because it's going to be
Hey, sweetie. Well, how do I mute it?
Can you mute that? Because it's going to be. You don't want it to be.
Hey, queen. If you guys can hit a like for me on your way in, just waiting for a few more people to come in. Thank you for joining us. I know it's a lot going on tonight. Hey, sis. How are you? Good to see you too, sweetie. Girl, you was working them outfits on your last haul. What's going on, sis? Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the likes. Sweet Tea said, hey.
Hi.
This is my mini me. Fine, just got through. Girl, I'm gonna need you to stop cursing people out, please, ma'am. Hey, Joanne. Hey, Queen. Oh, Joanne said, hey.
Hey.
She said you can't come when she comes for the cricket. You get,
What about it?
because you
You
scared
posted
me.
that video of the cricket. Look,
Y'all don't understand.
it was just very surprising right there.
She said, tell Brent I said hello.
I need glasses.
Well,
Hello, Miss Joanne.
I was supposed to be putting this up so we can see it. Y'all, we normally do
I
our
don't know why you
one.
just said mirrored on TV.
They. Oh, I could, huh?
That's too late now.
They may. Auntie Sandra say, hey, not they made
Hey,
you.
Auntie. You can't pull it up on there, Ma?
Oh,
Because if we could look at the comments on there, we wouldn't need to.
you know, so we normally do our wind down Wednesdays recorded, so I'm trying to be good. We won't keep you guys too long on here. I know it's kind of crazy, like we weren't expecting Hurricane Ian, and so many of our Rose fam, they're affected. Not playing with your coins, no ma'am. I had some of our Rose fam is very disturbing because they're involved. See, we came from Orlando. You see it?
Mm-mm.
Oh,
It's fine.
We came from Orlando, so we're used to like the hurricanes, but it never like directly hit us. It always just, we got the aftermath, but apparently it's gonna hit Orlando pretty hard. So we're praying for everybody involved. You can't hear me, sweetie? We did not get to enjoy the whole day. I know. Y'all saw him scare me half to death.
Blame the cricket. Don't blame me.
Not, oh, it's good now. Okay.
Cricket.
Not the cricket. They
Yeah,
saw
no
you.
Bender Bean in here.
They saw you hop up and throw my drink on the floor.
Ma, I didn't even. Ma, look at the video. I did not even touch the drink. It was you. I wasn't even near the drink when you did it. All of a sudden, the drink on the floor. You screaming.
What did I do with her? So
Read the book.
the little book. So, well, we're gonna. I don't know. We have a topic picked out tonight. So how we normally do our wind down Wednesdays is we pick a topic and we kind of talk about it, Brent and I, but we thought it would be kind of nice for us to be able to go live. Marcel and Dominique, I talked to them. I just got the phone with them. Oh, they're in Orlando? I didn't know they were in Orlando. And the girls are, oh my gosh. Hey, Daphne, sweetheart, how are you? Joanne, you know where Ty stay. Listen, he had his headset on in there with the PlayStation. He's either on that or the Oculus. He come out for food and drinks and kisses. I didn't know they were all in Orlando or Florida, sis. I didn't know they were there. Oh my gosh. Good to see you too. Good to see you too. So what we normally would do, if you guys, I don't know if you guys got a chance to go back to Wind Down Wednesday and kind of see some of the things that we would talk about. We had nice topics and good conversation, but we wanted to kind of change it up a little bit so we can include you guys in it and just have a little bit more fun that way. So we'll go live. So each week we'll have, you know, a topic we'll talk about. If you guys know something that you want to talk about, we're definitely open to that. What we're going to talk about today is dating your potential. Now, some of us is all married up and booed up, but we had to date at one time. At one time, we were all dating. So the question is, and the topic that we're going to talk about today is, should you date your potential or should you date your equal? Now, by that, I mean, by that, when we say potential, should you date either the person that's already established or has a foot in the ground, right? Like a foot in the ground toward their goal. So let's say pre-med. If somebody's already in pre-med, you know they're going to be a doctor.
Right.
Should you date them or just kind of stay in your lane?
Were you actually asking me that? I should answer, but are you actually asking me or were you talking? I thought
that's kind of what we're talking about. So you guys chime in on your thoughts. Now, it's a conversation that a lot of people kind of have where, what they say, trying to date a dime when you're a nickel or something like that.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, it's always like, you know how we always say women looking for a man and they have nothing to offer, or vice versa.
But I ain't never heard that saying. I mean, maybe, I don't know, but.
A nickel don't date. Have you guys heard of that? You know what I'm saying? Have you heard of people being one way and trying to date up?
Of course we heard of that, but I'm talking about the saying.
You know I'm old. We got to.
Even beside that.
Y'all, we can't say anything these days. Everything means something different.
Are you talking about what you said the other day?
Oh, y'all, there's a topic that I want to talk about in one of our upcoming videos, and I don't even know if that person is doing whatever they need to do to get where they need to be. Then it's okay. Now, with that being said, sis, how about the other person? So let's say that person's doing what they need to do, but the person going after them is just kind of like set. They're not really trying to elevate and they good with where they at. Is it fair for them to go after that person is the question. No, I'm not dating the man that's still home with his mom.
So I guess my take on that is because, I have my own place, my own car, and I don't know if it's maybe because of the time that we're in right now, as far as like, it's hard for everybody. Everybody's moving back in, COVID kind of messed with a lot of stuff. So I'm kind of lenient on that when it comes to
You
it.
give him a COVID excuse?
No.
COVID pass?
No, because the minute they tell me the pandemic messed me up, I don't believe them. Because you don't know how many times I've heard the pandemic messed me up. With all them loans and programs.
I'll say date whomever makes me happy. At the end of the day, he would love to bring something to the table. That's very sweet. Let's hear the other generation.
No, I agree.
Okay.
I agree. I'm just only saying, for example, for me, it's hard to find people that have any sort of like aspirations my age. Like, they're 27 and don't have a car or don't have their own place, or at a minimum wage job. And those things, everybody has their own walks of life that they experience. So I don't judge for that. However, you kind of get in like the first couple conversations with the person if they are full of it or if they're even going to go anywhere. Because I feel like at 27, you should have some sort of
something going on with yourself.
With something, right? And like I said, you don't have to have the fanciest anything. You don't have to have a fancy car, fancy apartment, or you don't have to have both if you have one or the other. As long as you're working towards your goals and that other thing that you don't have or whatever you don't have, that's all that matters to me, at least.
But how do you know if they're really doing it or if they're blowing smoke just to get to date that person? Okay. I don't know. The young ones can tell. Us old heads. Daphne said, I can't stand dating. Glad them days are over. Oh, girl, you ain't never lied. I would not want to be dating right now. They're the person that respects you and is doing something with themselves. Okay, with that.
Yeah, I understand. I was looking at
I thought you were like,
It's nothing like sweet comment. Sandra, you're right. Staying at home with mama, that's a no. So I can remember when I was on the phone and that boy was at my house. And no. I called you and I told you his mama called him, yelling at him, talking about why he didn't wash the dishes. It was weird.
How do you then, with that kind of a phone call, and you said he was trying to be like macho or something like that, how do you then hold your head up and resume your manhood, lack of a better?
You don't.
When your mama just yelled at you.
You go home.
And
you go home and try again.
Not go home and try.
Because when my mom calls me from my house trying to tell me about something, I make sure I turn the volume all the way down because you ain't finna tell me off and they couldn't hear.
They grown and I still be like, what do you? Let me see. They're like, this is my place, right? Like they always,
I do not say that.
Huh?
I do not.
No, I'm saying you better want to say. Oh, yeah. Well, he ain't gonna say it. He know better.
My place. I'm grown.
Your brother does tell me he's grown over the phone.
Right.
Said he's grown over the phone. Date a person, absolutely. Date a person that respects you and has something to bring. Doing something with themselves.
Oh, that's what I like, the big words.
Oh, the big words, that we can't see. Look, times are hard now for COVID hit. They could have been doing something positive, now have minimum wage job. It's not that there are still nothing with it. Now that's true. And that's what we're saying. But let's go back. Okay, with that, I'm gonna want to know, hit a like for your girl. Number one, please. Hit a like for just Simply Rose and Brent. We out here. We starting up some Wine Down Wednesday. Y'all got your wine? Okay. Now, let's go. I've heard that, but let's go back pre-pandemic. Now, do you kind of inquire? Okay, I get that. I understand. But what was you doing before? So I would have dealt with that when you was younger. Yeah, I think when we were younger, I think it's more these days. And that was my next thing. Should dating be put in an economic class? I think for my generation, I don't know. And you guys let me know if I'm wrong. Um, we didn't, we weren't as hard. It's like you could have 3 jobs and you could be scrubbing toilets. You could be,
I don't care about the profession.
you don't care about, you
No,
don't, okay.
absolutely not.
Because I've seen them and they're like, I need a boiler,
Oh,
a shot caller. So, hey, Tamika, how are you? Times are hard. Some was messed up before COVID. People do have issues.
okay, but the issues now,
Do we give them excuses or
that's
issues?
what I was about to say. So, at what point do those issues become, and even though this sounds kind of mean, what point do those issues become their problem and not yours? Because at the same time, we are all grown, and yes, we have issues. And if you have enough issues to the point where it's affecting your financial situation, maybe you shouldn't be dating. That's how I.
There was the next question. Okay, so you guys, if you dated someone that was on the right track, meaning they had potential, they were doing what they, had to do, but let's say a doctor, let's say pre-med. He was in medical school, he was doing everything he had to do, and then he decided, I don't want to do that no more. I want to go, sing or play music. And you knew that that's not immediately lucrative. Now it can be lucrative, but at that time, or I want to be a freelance artist, where it totally changes the dynamic when you started dating. Would you continue to date that person or would you leave them?
I would continue to.
You would continue to date them as a musician?
Yeah. As long as they have their own money. I don't care what they're doing. I don't care if you're picking up.
People are
quarters
different
and
now.
nickels and
Yes,
dimes.
yes, as they are. Never. That is my husband's favorite saying. Don't make your problem my problem. Absolutely, absolutely. Now,
It's all about accountability too, because if you are not, because for me, if I'm not in the financial position to date, go out on dates and spending money on somebody like that, I'm not gonna put myself in the dating pool. I'm gonna sit back, get myself together, and figure out what I'm. Now, that's not saying you have to be making 6 figures or you have to have the perfect job. It's
Right.
not like that. But if your money if your money a little funny,
because your bank account set up like this.
right? If your money's acting a little funny, and we all go through the period when our money act a little funny. But for me, it's just like, then why are you dating? So don't make it, because at that
Hey,
point it's gonna make
sis.
it seem like I'm the one that has to take care of you, or me being me. I'll be footing the bill for everything, because if I'm dating somebody, it's happened in the past. I gotta pick them up. That's gas that I gotta use, and it's not fun. So I just personally think that for me, I wouldn't be in the dating pool.
You wouldn't be okay. Would you guys do that if you dated somebody? Okay, say they were really, really nice to you,
At the
and
end of the day, it's about the money. It's not about the money, it's about the heart for me always.
now, sis, if you
I respect
met
his opinion.
somebody and they were really kind to you and they treated you, the chivalry wasn't dead. They were treating you in like a queen or whatever, just not financially, but you always had to foot the bill. Would it still be the same for you? Like he said, if you always got to come out, what's I'm getting tired. Erica Badu, because you don't never buy me. Now, would you guys still feel that way? Like, would you date a person like that? Like, if you had to continue to foot the bill, even though they were nice? would you continue to date somebody like that?
Ain't nothing like
We
that.
sure do in this school. We play. Just wanted his paycheck.
She mad about her money.
She about to hurt somebody. Don't play with nobody's money.
She mad too.
Okay. Now,
I understand where you're coming from when you say Miss. Let me see.
is it Miss Sweetie?
Miss
Yeah.
Sweet. I agree with what you're saying in that aspect, but at the same time, with this day and age, a lot of people are users. I don't know how it is for you guys' generation, but for mine, a lot of people are just out to get something from somebody. Like,
I'm sorry to cut you off, but yes, ma'am. Nice.
That is true, but I still understand where she's coming from. But in this generation that I'm in, everybody's using somebody for something. Everybody's out to get something for, even if it's, Instagram followers, if they have a lot of followers, or even if it's, money, if they see that they have money, because I don't know where they get this, but people are like, oh, you got money, you got this. And I noticed that people have tried to like attach themselves to me.
Because you look like you have money.
Like that, after making a comment like that. Well, they were in for a rude awakening because.
See, Miss Amechi said he's now a responsibility and, like a liability if he ain't got no money and you got to be taking care of him like another child. How are you physically attracted to somebody like that, though? Nice, don't pay the bills. No, I'm not going to be spending my coins. Hell, that means he can't buy me a piece of cake.
All I wanted was a Jolly Rancher.
I just wanted a Jolly Rancher. I'm too old to waste my time on a man my age trying to get toast.
27 is already pushing it for me.
Toast. So. What age do you think somebody should, by what age? It is different now, though. It's different. What age do you feel like somebody should have themselves together in order to date? And do you think that it's okay to date and play, but if you're without any money, but if you're trying to be serious, then you should have yourself together? Like, would you just go out and date and let them know, hey, I'm not looking for anything because I'm not settled? Or would you just not date until you're in the position to?
Me personally, I'm not going to date.
You don't think
but
so?
You don't have to. What was your first question? You said, I don't
know, I'm old.
Okay. You said, you had a good question.
What was it? Would you just date?
I don't remember. I don't remember.
I don't know. This wine is good.
You said something like, would you? Oh, what age? What age?
Oh, what age? Yeah. Okay.
I don't really think there's an age. I think.
You don't think there's an age where you should have your stuff together by now? 50 years old?
That's a little much. But I'm saying, like, if you like in this day and age, like, yeah, even at 27, I guess it's really circumstantial for me because at 27, if you look like you just aren't doing anything, or if you don't have anything, then
you admire him from a distance.
Right. If you don't have anything, or if you're not trying to get anything, you can always kind of get a feel when people are just BSing you a lot of times. Okay. And for me, if I'm 27 and just like, I don't say no names, but just like somebody that I know, like they don't really have anything, but I can tell that they have like a lot of potential. So I'm kind of keeping them in the loop. Okay. And just kind of, seeing where things go slowly, and seeing where it plays out as far as like if you're taking those strides to.
I can't with your TT. I can't with her.
Oh my God.
She said, nephew, I can't. I'm paying for everything, buying all the food, and he still wants Nookie. Hell, he would be pimping me. No, not go. Well, see, and then there's that. I don't think. I'm sorry. Were you finished?
Oh yeah, probably.
I don't think I could physically be attracted to. Now, and don't get me wrong. When I say stuff together, I'm not. Listen, I do what I got to do to make my money. I refuse to date because some men my age are broke, busted, and yet, ma'am, I never go to meet men. If it is meant to be, we will meet each other. Listen, broke, busted, and disgusted. No. And I'm like this. If a man has, I don't care. He could be the mailman. I don't care. As long as he has a good job where he's established and he knows how to treat me, that's really all you can ask for in this day and age, because
Yeah.
with the dollar amount of a man, think about how many women are going after that man with that six figure. You know what I mean? So his options, he has more options than you do looking for him. So now,
So at what point, well, we're just talking about relationships. We can't even
Yes,
say
ma'am.
specifically men, because what
Yeah.
if the men for women too? But even
Yeah.
though a lot of men are the providers and the breadwinners in some households, and some women are stay-at-home moms. I
Mhm.
guess it just depends on the situation. But I'm sure there are also some men that make six figures or make that want their woman to make money.
So that's dating your equal.
Mhm.
So that six figure man would not want,
Maybe they do.
you think? Now, okay, what's that? And he don't have, I was raised by a real man that provided for his family. Therefore, I would never allow a man to enter my life and use me. Amen for that. Amen for that. But sometimes they sneak in, sis. You know, they got a little game.
Yeah.
Sometimes they sneak in, and he don't have a car. Now I got to go pick him up. And you have some men and women who don't know. Listen,
I'm tired of picking
look,
people up.
okay.
$5 a gallon.
Okay, Uber is, look. Then you put your Uber sign up, and it's called, you got to pay your fare. People need to check their hearts before. Absolutely, absolutely. I don't think anyone should pursue a relationship if they're not financially established and able to provide absolutely and support for his or her household. I agree with you, sis. Now you definitely have some real good men and women that ain't on their business too. Um, when you say real good, define real good.
Because how good are you?
Right. Because if you 60, you could be good as you want to. If you know what I'm saying? You got to have something. You got to have something. Now, here's another question that I'm asking both of you guys. If you're dating somebody, and you can speak on it, is it okay for that okay, look, is it okay for that person to ask you
No.
your personal business?
No.
We've had people
No.
we've had people ask what your credit score is, what your debt to income ratio is, like all your financials at the beginning of meeting and dating them. Is that
I'll tell you
okay?
why that question came about, okay? I was talking to somebody.
Got they stuff going.
I was talking to somebody at one point in time, and they were asking me like, "Oh, are you in any debt?" Asking me these personal financial questions.
Credit score.
My credit score, like, do you have this? Mind you,
No,
I
that's
live
not
by
okay.
myself and have
Not
my
their business.
own personal belongings, like my own car and my own place.
Heck no. You're dating? Heck no. Go ahead.
I have my own car, my own place, and all my own stuff. And why are you asking me that? And you live with your dad, and you're driving your dad's old car. So I got a little bothered by that. I was a little upset, and I told him to mind his business because you still live in your dad's house. He just yelled at you for locking the screen door. And you want to worry about my credit score? You need to go build some credit and go get an apartment or a car or something.
That's my thing. It's like,
don't worry about my business.
But now, if you're running into a person with the six figures, is it okay for them to ask? So you know they're doing.
Any man that I ran into with six figures never asked me that. I ran into like 3.
But is it okay if they do? Like, is that based on the job? I'm absolutely not dating any man who's on it. I cannot with you. Not Ankle Express. No more dropping us off. It's the Ankle Express for me. No, if we ain't getting married, then it ain't your business. They don't need to know all it. If this is true. This is what we're saying.
Yeah,
but now, at what point is that okay?
It's not okay.
Like,
in my business, especially.
Is there a point in dating?
It was only 2 weeks in.
Right.
Asking them questions.
He's asking these questions, but again, is it okay for somebody who is established to and want to seriously date you, and they know about liability? You know what I'm saying? They don't want to assume.
There's a time and a place.
Yes, but so you think that it's still okay? It just depends when in the dating process.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Because I'm
It's not
gonna-
okay until y'all know each other for a long while. Hey, sis, beautiful. And there's your baby. Here he is. She be looking for her friend after being together for years. I mean,
years. No,
I
I'm
mean,
sorry, Miss
married,
Sandra.
not married, dating.
Months. I gotta know months in.
Right.
I mean, or how about this? Even if it's months, weeks, or whatever, how long it takes for you guys to know that you guys want to be together.
Okay.
Then before you guys commit, at that point, that's when you guys need to have the conversation and say, hey, look, this is my situation with this. And it could be months. It could
Do
be
we
6,
run
7
credit
months.
scores
No.
before then?
It's still not your business. But for me, it's just like, for me, that's a marriage thing. Like when it comes to like credit and
You do
stuff,
it before or after?
before marriage.
Okay. So like in a premarital counseling type situation.
But
Okay.
you can have like a light little conversation in the
Okay.
dating phase when you guys know you're getting serious.
Okay.
So you know what direction to go in.
Okay.
That's me.
Because I've seen a lot of trickery these days.
Trickery.
Only if you are in a committed relationship and plan on getting married.
Mhm.
Absolutely. Because I've seen a lot of, we'll say, facade. People front really, really well. And I know I've always said different people have different preferences when dating. True. That's
Y'all don't
absolutely
mind
true.
like broke?
No, he said nobody wants anyone broke. Lord, what was I saying?
I don't know.
Y'all.
And it's not the wine. That's just how we are.
It's old age, y'all.
And what is for me?
It's old age.
You gave it to me because I don't remember nothing. I'll be like, Mom, remember? I'm like, oh, never mind.
Like, don't ask me what I was about to say.
No, but just everything is just so circumstantial these days, only because it's just like COVID and it's really hard for people to, find decent work. Gas prices, milk is like $5. It's just everything is just really expensive and hard for people. That's why. Oh, I can't.
She said some people know their credit is bad and looking for help to raise theirs.
Well, you better not look this way because I ain't raising nobody credit.
Okay. But and that, oh yeah, it was the credit thing. It's just like, okay, again, I think times are a little bit different right now because of the pandemic, because of so many layoffs.
Yeah.
Most guys with money, not dating material. Yeah. What?
Stop it, I got you.
You must tell them that one.
No, that's embarrassing.
Y'all, you have to hear.
Oh my God,
this
that's
one.
so
He
embarrassing.
told me about this, and I was like, "Huh?"
That's so embarrassing. I don't even. Okay, so there's this what was he?
Producer, right?
He wasn't the producer. He was the manager for like an artist, a rap artist, and he like did like the City Girls like music videos and stuff. So I would imagine he would have a little bit of money because he was working with like a lot of the artists and stuff. And so he was like, I want to take you out on a date. And I said, okay, cool. So he's like, well, where do you want to go? I'm like, honestly, it doesn't really matter, wherever. So he's like, let's go to this place called Prime. So I think I called Mom and we looked up the menu. We're like, oh, I've never heard of this place. Like, where's this place at? This place has like $100 steaks, $200 sides. And I'm like,
right.
But what he said to me, and I was just like, no, but okay. So what he said to me prior, he's like, I want to go here. He said, just get the tip. Why, if you're going to spend $700 on dinner, do I need to pay the tip? You might as well just pay the whole thing. It's going on the company card anyways.
Right.
So that was the only thing. Like, it was just weird for me. Like, why would you want to take somebody out on a date like that? We could have just went to Cheesecake Factory and split it.
And it's the stop it, I got you.
Stop it, I got you. Just get the tip. Sir, the tip is $200.
Right. The tip was more than what we could have went before. And that's what I mean when I say a lot of people front. So I've never been impressed if I see people that just drive up in expensive cars or um dress a certain way. I was always taught, if you got to brag about what you got, you really
You
don't
got
have it. You know what I mean? So when somebody walks around and they're like, my this, my that, my this, and everything centers around it. There's nothing wrong with having pride and being happy that you are able to afford a certain lifestyle. We're not saying that. But there's some people that are really, really braggadocious, and they really act like, I think you can kind of tell when somebody, and it's that person that I'm talking about. When me and hubby got together, we asked each other that's a good thing to ask us. That's a really good thing to ask. And we don't ask that question because we don't want to be uh, um, offensive to people. So we don't seem to ask that question. But I see people like that, and then you get into a relationship and that person is able to kind of keep that facade up. And then when it's time to get serious, you really find out that it's a lease, the credit cards are maxed out, and you've already invested time into this person. So
I don't like men that brag anyways.
yeah.
I don't like people that have to tell you what they have. Like if I could see, like he had a rental, he's like, "Oh, this is nothing like my Tesla at home," and I'm like, "Well, okay,
Right.
it's a gas car. It's gas, it's not electric. Of course, it's not like the Tesla." So it's just like people that just say things like that just to make it known that they have it annoy me, and that's why I
Right.
can never date any. So far, anybody that I came in contact that claimed to have money, I never would last with them because they would just get on my nerves.
Right.
Like, and then a lot of people also think, not to get too much off topic, but a lot of people also think that wearing like designer things gets you, the stat or gets you some sort of status.
Oh,
Or,
status, dating somebody with, okay.
yeah, like they like to. That's how they like show off. They wear everything like head to toe designer, and half the time don't even have their own stuff.
Exactly.
I just don't like people that aren't humble in that sense of like, if you have something, just have it and
Just
let
have
people
it,
let people
enjoy
figure
it.
it out.
Right. That exactly. You don't have to put it out in front of you. Well, you guys, we wanted to pick a really light topic for tonight. We do know and understand that there's so much going on tonight. So we just kind of wanted to be light and have a little bit of fun. We didn't, want to cancel the Wind Down Wednesday. We are praying for everybody that has family and is directly affected with Hurricane Ian. Is it Ian or Ian? I think it's
It looks
Ian.
like it's pronounced Ian.
I thought it was Ian, but I think they said Ian, if I'm not mistaken. If you're directly affected, we definitely are sending our prayers. We spent 18 years in Orlando before coming here, and Orlando just always got the tail end. I mean, we still got trees down, we still got damage, but we never got hit.
Hurricane.
Right. We never got hit. And unfortunately, that's not what I'm hearing today. According to the news, they're going to get a pretty direct hit. Yeah. So we're praying for you guys. This girl at work is like that. This girl at work is like that. It's always talking about how she has this and has that, and look down to the person that, no, I don't ever look down to anybody in what they have. Everybody has a situation, and it, like I said, if you ain't dating them, don't worry about what they got,
That's like my thing. When I went to the table that one day,
yeah.
It was like a lot of, if you guys don't know what I mean, the table, like in Vegas, I'm sure there's like nightclubs, obviously you know what those are, but like the little sections that they have where people sit at and stuff, have like the bottles. I've had a couple friends that have birthdays and stuff, and then we will go over there. And the kind of people that they bring or they have around them, they just have such a funky attitude. And a lot of times, those are the people that, end up being by themselves or not really having anybody to talk to, because you can tell they have this like really bougie attitude, opposed to people that are just friendly. Like one of the girls, she's very like, you can't notice the things that she wears.
Okay.
I notice it because
right, you know what yeah, but she doesn't throw it in your face.
She's beautiful and she's like the sweetest girl ever. And that's what I tell her all the time. I'm like, the fact that you have things and you're nice and you are humble. That's what I like about her the most.
Mhm.
And it's just I think also that hides a lot of insecurities, like when people
This is
wear
true.
those things.
This is just what she's saying. Sweet Tea said people that's wearing designer
Oh
from
yeah.
head to toe is
Yep.
seeking attention.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's true. And
Yeah.
and like I said, if you always have to speak about it, it should be seen, and
Without
not
being
heard.
seen.
Right, exactly. You don't have to tell anybody.
Shoot, I had my
your
little
past.
everybody wearing their little Tom Ford, their little Christian
Mhm.
Dior, and someone said, "What?" I have my little moon boots on.
Oh
They
yeah.
said, "What are those? YSL or something?" Or what did they say? I don't remember what brand it was. I said, "No, these are pretty little thing. I got them on sale for $90."
Okay, and happy to have them.
Happy to have them. But my thing is, I get a lot of compliments on. I'm not gonna say no names, but
Yeah.
somebody that I knew was wearing designer head to toe,
Right.
Jackie. Versus me, I was wearing my little Amazon shirt on my
Right.
birthday, some pants from Hollister, and my Steve Madden cheetah boots.
Mm.
And I got like so many
Oh,
compliments.
y'all should see them Steve Maddens.
Oh, them
Impala
things
got
dope.
She said the Impala got repo.
Not the Impala. Impala got
Oh my
repoed at work.
gosh.
Now she quiet as a church mouse.
Oh my
Look, that's
god.
embarrassing though.
Oh my
People that be
god.
loud and get repoed. If I feel like my car is at the the repo
I probably
stage,
wouldn't be
I wouldn't
saying
be.
nothing.
I would be having my little
Start
glasses
making up your
on.
excuse
Right.
now about why you don't like
It's in
it,
the
why
shop.
it's not right. It don't work right. So I think
I'm
I'm
gonna trade it in.
all
or
right.
something.
I don't like
sell
it.
I'm gonna sell it.
I like the bus. You
Yeah.
ever rode the bus? I
I'm
think it'd be a nice experience.
I'm gonna sell it. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get me a new
Oh
car.
my gosh. All right, fam. We're not gonna keep you guys on here any longer. Thank you for hanging out with us. Again, we know it's a tough time. So glad that you guys were able to at least pop in. Please pray for, the people that are directly affected. I mean, it's very sad. Like I said, I hadn't experienced it going even through Central Florida. We have so many friends and family. A lot of our Rose family, one of our Rose family that's always with her. Love to you, Tamika. Robin, pray for her and her family. She did reach out to me and let me know that they don't have power. And some of the family members are in areas that are underwater already. And hopefully, if it gets any worse, they're having to evacuate. So it's really serious out
They
there.
said it was too late to
Evacuate. Well, I mean, if it's underwater, they got to go somewhere. Yeah, she did say even though they're not supposed to be in the street. Oh, thank you, sweetie. I'm thank you. We really just appreciate everybody popping on. Prayers to everyone. Good night, sis. All right, y'all. Next time we come on, we're going to be having a little bit more of a juicy topic. It's called something different now, but we will be addressing sloppy seconds.
Oh, jeez.
But it's what I mean by that is we're going to be talking about if you would date somebody that has dated either a friend or family member. So we're going to touch more into that, get a little bit more juicy. Hopefully next week, everybody will be
You can't
safe.
ask me that. I dated the two brats.
Oh, yeah. See, y'all gonna want to come back for him. See you guys in the next one. Love to you guys. Please stay safe. Pray for everyone. And we'll see you guys in the next Wind Down Wednesday.
Bye, you guys.
Bye. No, she said no. Not yet, sis. We're gonna dive deep into that. She said no. We're gonna dive into that one next week. See you guys later. Bye-bye.
Be safe.